Good morning, students. Last class we have discussed about nutrition types like parasitic mode of nutrition, as well as we have discussed about another mode of nutrition is saprophytic mode of nutrition. Now we are going to discuss another mode of nutrition, that is holozoic. So what is holozoic nutrition? So holozoic nutrition is nothing but the organism that can take in complex organic matter and which undergoes various process to take place digestion. After digestion, it is going to be absorbed. So this what type of nutrition is called as a holozoic mode of nutrition. So under holozoic nutrition, what is happening there? Complex organic food. So complex organic food is taken by the organism and which undergoes the process called as a digestion, various chemical process, that is under digestion is going to occur. After digestion, it is going to be absorbed. So this is process what we can call as a holozoic mode of nutrition. So under holozoic mode of nutrition, what we can see that complete organic complex food is taken. Complex food particles are taken by the organism. And this complex food which is taken by the organism, it is not directly giving energy and it is not useful for any other purpose. So the food which is taken in the form of complex, that should undergoes various chemical process under the process called as digestion. So after digestion of the food particles which we have taken, that is absorbed by the organisms and that supplies the energy to do various activities. So that mode of nutrition is called as a holozoic mode of nutrition. So in holozoic mode of nutrition, there are some of the processes are going to be occur. So what are the some of the processes are going to occur? First of all, ingestion process is going to occur. So ingestion, in means taking inside. So ingestion means taking in food particles through the mouth opening part. That is through the buccal cavity the food particle is taken. That is ingestion of the food. So taking in. Food particles are taking inside of the mouth. That is called as ingestion. After ingestion of the food particles, that travels into the digestive system where the process is called digestion is going to be occur. So next part, what is the next process is going to occur? Digestion. So what is digestion means? The complex food particles are going to become simplest substances by various reactions which is going to be occur in the digestion process. That is complex food. Complex food becomes simplest. That is going to be occur. Next, after digestion of the food, that should get absorbed. Absorption. Absorption means from the digested food particles, the energy sources, that is nutrients like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals, they are supplied to each and every part of the body. So to supply each and every part of the body, the digested particles should get absorbed or taken into the blood. That is absorption. So the simplest form of the food particles, they are absorbed into blood. They get absorbed into the blood. That is the next process. Next, after absorption of the food particles, that should get utilized. That utilization means using in proper way. And then what it is called as assimilation. What as it is called? Assimilation means using. Whatever the nutrients we have taken in the form of our diet or in the form of food, that should get utilized in proper way. Which part of the body is necessary and which part should get these nutrients to supply. So that are going to be utilize the nutrients which are absorbed. That is utilization is nothing but assimilation. Utilization of the nutrient. And finally, after assimilation, the remaining waste particles which is not utilized by our body or which is not completely digested in our body, they should get eliminated from the body. That process is called as agitation. So agitation means nothing but removal of waste from the body. So after ingestion, the food particles are going to be taken in, and the taking in food particles are undergoes various chemical process, biochemical process to get digested. So these digested complex substances, they becomes into simplest form. These simplest form of the food particles, they get absorbed into the blood, and after absorption of the food particles into the blood, they get supplied to each and every part of the body. After supplying, they get utilized by the particular organ system to carry out their life process, that is assimilation. After assimilation, the remaining waste of the digested food get eliminated from the body. That process is digestion. These are the process that are events are going to be occur under the holozoic mode of nutrition. So based on holozoic mode of nutrition, the organisms are classified into like herbivores, carnivores, as well as omnivores. This is based on the food habit. The holozoic mode of nutrition based on the organisms are classified into herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. This is based on their food habit. What type of food they used to take? Based on that, herbivores, the grass eaters, they are called as herbivores. And next, carnivores, which are feeding on plant eaters, that is on herbivores, they are called as carnivores. And omnivores are the organisms that feed on both plants as well as animal food. They are called as omnivores. This is a way of nutrition is called holozoic mode of nutrition, which is occurring in humans as well as you can see other organisms also. Now we will discuss autotrophic nutrition in plants. So previously I discussed types of nutrition like autotroph and heterotroph. Now we are going to discuss autotrophic mode of nutrition in plants. Autotrophic nutrition in plants. So as we know that the green plants especially, they are able to prepare their own food. So this is how it is occurring, and what are the materials essential, and which part of the plant the process is going to be carried out, that we are going to discuss under autotrophic nutrition in plants. Now let's see. Earlier the scientists, they thought all the green plants they are going to prepare their own food, that is generally they said, but they know the green plants only preparing their food, but exactly they don't know a particular what place of the leaf is going to be carry out the process of photosynthesis. Now we are going to discuss now. As we know that the scientists, various scientists, they said that the green plants are preparing their food. So the Indian House is a scientist who said the photosynthesis is going to occur in chlorophyll. Why? Because the green plants means because of the presence of chlorophyll. This pigment or color substance gives the color to the leaf, and he said that in chlorophyll the photosynthesis is going to be occur. But later on, what happened? The chlorophyll location exactly don't know where it is going to be occur. So what is happening here? So the scientists like Pelletier and Caventou, these two scientists, they said that the chlorophyll is spread out throughout the leaf. They said chlorophyll is spread every part, all completely spread in the leaf, they said. But later on, another scientist, Julius Van Sans. Julius Van Sans, the scientist who said that the chlorophyll is not spread throughout the leaf, and the chlorophyll is exactly located in a particular part of the plant organelle, that is called as chloroplast. This is a way of exact location was discovered by Julius Van Schaas, that they said that the chlorophyll is exactly present in the chloroplast where the photosynthesis is going to be carried out by the plants. That is what they said. Now, as we have seen that by various scientists' contribution, now we are going to discuss about the process called as photosynthesis. So, what is photosynthesis? Already we have learned about this one. So, the photosynthesis process is going to be occur exactly in mesophyll cells. Mesophyll cells of the leaf, where it consisting of a chloroplast. In chloroplast, where the chloroplasts are present in mesophyll cells, which consisting of a green color pigment called as chlorophyll, which is helping in the process of photosynthesis. Now, during photosynthesis process, what is happening here? The green plants, they use a molecule of carbon dioxide from the air. They are using carbon dioxide from the air and water molecule. They are using water molecule from the soil and allows to split. The plants are making them to split and recombine to form as sugars. Along with that, water molecule is produced, that is utilized by the plants, and also releases oxygen as a byproduct. And to carry out this process of splitting and combining of water molecule and carbon dioxide to produce sugar substances, they require solar energy. What do they require? Solar energy. By using the solar energy, and which is going to take place in chlorophyll. So that is process what we can call as a photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis means? The green plants, by using molecule of carbon dioxide from the air and water molecule from the soil, used to split or break and recombines in formation of sugars and water molecule and releasing oxygen as a byproduct, which is occurring in the presence of sunlight and takes place in chlorophyll, and this entire process is called as photosynthesis. So what is a key roller to carry out photosynthesis in plant is sunlight. The radiation is playing a key role in the process of photosynthesis that helps in plants to prepare their own food. And this is the basic equation of photosynthesis. Generally, what is the exact photosynthesis equation? 6CO2 plus 12H2O, which gives rise to C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2, and this is the byproduct. Oxygen is the byproduct which is released into the atmosphere. And what are the essential? It required sunlight, that is radiation of the sun, and which takes place in chlorophyll. This is the sugar formula which is formed during photosynthesis. This is the very important equation which is we are studying under photosynthesis. So that is photosynthesis means, so the green plants, by using molecular of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and using water molecule from the soil, splits and recombines these two and allows in making of sugars, water, and releases oxygen as byproduct, which is carried out by using of sunlight in chlorophyll, and this process is called as photosynthesis. That is photosynthesis. Now let me see what are the events are going to be occur in photosynthesis. So during photosynthesis, here three main important events are going to be occur. See, the chlorophylls which are found in the leaf exactly in chloroplast, they are inactive in general. They are inactive in general. So what is happening here? The leaf absorbs the sunlight. That is the important event which is occurring. So the leaves are going to absorb the sunlight, which helps in activation of chlorophyll. So inactive form of chlorophyll is get activated. That is going to be occur. That is the first event. And next, the water molecule is going to be split. Water molecule is going to be split into H plus and OH minus ions. That is going to be occur. And next, what is third event is going to be occur? Reduction of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is reduced into carbohydrate. That is into sugars. These are the important events that are occurring in photosynthesis. So what are the events occurring? First, the chlorophyll, inactive form of chlorophyll absorbs the sunlight and get activated. And this energy, solar energy, which is absorbed by the plant, that is converted into chemical energy. That chemical energy helps in splitting of water molecule into H plus and OH minus ions. And carbon dioxide is reduced into carbohydrate, and which is essential for the formation of sugars. This is what three important events are going to be occur during photosynthesis. Next, what is the significance, importance of the photosynthesis? So, this photosynthesis is the process which is giving. What is significance is it is providing food to the world. Why? Because only the green plants are preparing their own food, which they supplies to the other organisms. That is the importance. And another important significance of photosynthesis is releasing of oxygen. Oxygen is released during the photosynthesis as a byproduct. Another one of the end product along with the sugar. That oxygen is used by other animals to carry out respiration. As we know that the respiration process which is occurring in our body, during that production of energy is taking place. For the energy production, what is required? Oxygen is required. That is important. And also, the plants are also able to produce the fuel by the process of photosynthesis. How they are providing fuels? Why? Because they absorb the sunlight and stored in the form of chemical energy. This chemical energy is used as fuel, which is stored in the form of like coal, oil, or natural gas. These are the various form of the products are found from the plant. That is the important significance of the photosynthesis. This is what the process of photosynthesis is going to be occur. And if you observe, in case of desert plants, what is happening here? At what time they carry out photosynthesis? That we will discuss in next class.